Hello, today I would like to talk about the basic shapes for great designs in architecture. My name is Elisa Cortez Jackson. This is a project for my class IX 536 with Kaplan University. In this presentation, we are going to review the use of basic shapes for great designs in architecture. In this course, you will learn to identify and describe the basic two-dimensional geometrical shapes and to identify and describe the structural function of shapes in architectural building and urban elements. First, let's review some essential concepts and terms which we will be using. What is architecture? Based on what you have seen or heard, click on what you think is the right answer. A. Architecture is the art and science of designing and building shelter and urban elements. Martin, 1981. Or B. Architecture is a state-of-the-art museum. Click on your answer. Correct. Click on the arrow below to continue. Now, what are two-dimensional shapes? Two-dimensional shapes are figures that are nice to see and play with. Or B, two-dimensional shapes are polygons with the same number of straight sides and exact number of corners. Click on your answer below. Correct. Click on the arrow below to continue. Practice more vocabulary with this flashcard activity created using Kuya.com. When you are done, click on the arrow below to continue. Since early civilizations, Greek, Etruscans, Romans, and others, humans have been building strong structures which are also very nice aesthetically. For this reason, architects and designers have to select shapes that satisfy the structural need. This illustration shown here is the Canada's oldest bank, the Bank of Montreal on Place d'Armes, built in 1847. It shows the important and majestic use of geometrical shapes to give the building a strong and symbolic structure. Can you identify one of the shapes? Yes, a triangle is used to provide strong support for the structure and to project a sense of balance, besides projecting majestically its symbolism. That's right. Here we can see it in bright yellow. Urban elements are also important to give a city a great character. Architects as well as designers make use of basic shapes to make connections in time and space between yesterday and today. What shape will support these characteristics? Yes, a circle is used for the design of the clock. It is also possible to identify other basic shapes in this architectural urban element. Right, quadrilateral shapes can be used in different forms and orientations. It would all depend on the criterion to be considered. A very important urban element needs a very important design shape. Selecting shapes in architecture is a very important skill architects and designers need to develop. In summary, architects and designers have to make important decisions when selecting two- or three-dimensional shapes after working on the analysis of forms, flows, light, texture, and cultural values to come up with the solution to the problem to be solved. Echoing the Greek architecture, Philip Johnson, the architect of the Krieger Museum in Washington, D.C., uses the monolithic cylindrical columns and slabs in the design of some elements in the Krieger Museum, the art museum for the Smithsonian Institute. The use of three-dimensional shapes is our next chapter. Until then now, see you in our next multimedia learning activity. Thank you for your participation. A video game will be created to assess goal achievement.